man. Oh, man. We back at it again. Yo, what it do? It's your boys, Juice and Lou, and we back here with another banger. Come on, man. So,
Bangatron.
we not posting as much as we usually do, but
Lacking.
for good reason, we are lacking, but we about to get back on, man. We got a bunch of reactions coming out for y'all.
Know the vibes.
You know what I'm saying? Had some difficulties with our equipment. But we back, man. But we here, and we got some basketball talks for y'all today for the
B-ball.
podcast, man. We got some podcast talk. So, Lou, tell us what's going on, man. Get us right.
Oh, man. As y'all know, NBA's trying this new in-season tournament vibes. This season, first time ever. So it's the inaugural season of it. It's kind of like if I had to make a comparison, it'd be like World Cup soccer, how they have group play. At first, they just finished group play in the East and the West side. They grouped it between 5 teams, 3 groups. Obviously, there's 15 teams, East Conference. But only 8 teams survived to move on. 4 in the East, 4 in the West.
Yep.
So we're just going to talk about the matchups of the wild card. And then I was going to talk about who wins each. And then we're going to go further, talk about the semifinal matchups. Then we're going to talk about who's winning it all in the finals. So here we go. We're gonna start over in the East, man. The beast of the East. We got Milwaukee taking on New York. Is the first matchup we'll look at. Milwaukee finished 4-0, and the Knicks finished 3-1 in the East Group B play. Now, I will say the Knicks have been playing better basketball as of lately. They definitely, Julius Randle was off to a slow start of the season.
Very bad.
Now he's starting to step his game up. I think he's averaging around 25 to 27 points the last 8-10 games for them, after averaging 12 points the first 5 games. So I'd say the Knicks, they're starting to get a little bit of a groove. And then you have Milwaukee. Giannis is Giannis. Dame's not playing up to expectations, but he has his moments.
He had some shooting slumps, but he could put up like a 30 and 9 assists, 8 assists. Like he can.
Yeah.
He shows up when it matters.
Definitely. In this game, though, I think this game's gonna come down, to elite guard play. So I think, Brunson's playing good. Obviously, you still got R.J. Barrett over there. But I don't think Dame, this would be his time, to step up in something like this, in-season tournament. I can see the Bucks beating the Knicks. They already beat them once in the in-season game, the time they played. So I think it's going to be a good game, though, truthfully and honestly. Just because the Knicks played really good defense, hard defense. They try to keep the game low scoring as possible. I think the only way they have a chance at winning is doing it that way. But I think it's just bad matchups. Giannis, you have him on Randall. You got Brook Lopez stretching out the paint, obviously, because Mitchell Robinson's a shot blocker. So can't really help off Brook Lopez. Then you have, Middleton versus Barrett. And Dame versus Brunson, some of the key matchups. So I think the Knicks just have a better lineup to deal with the Bucks have a better lineup to deal with the Knicks.
Yeah, I want to say I want to bring up how important the Bucks losing Drew Holiday was. You get Dame, yeah, but you lose so much defense. I'm watching the Bucks. They're not as, even with Dame, I'm not gonna lie, they're not that scary of a team because Drew Holiday is what made them. They had 3 Defensive Player of the Year type players in the starting lineup here alone. Now, Brook Okay. Then you got Giannis, and you don't have that person who can go and guard the 1 through 4, maybe 5. You can put Drew. I've seen Drew Holiday guard Joel Embiid. It's you don't have that defense at the guard position anymore. And Dame is just lacks. Like the Bucks are in close games and they're losing games that they shouldn't be losing. But for this game against the Knicks, I think they will. I think they'll win because Dame is slowly getting there. Dame is getting there. Giannis is going to be Giannis. And Chris Middleton turns into Michael Jordan down the stretch. So, as a Heat fan, I just watched him go crazy on us the other night, just hitting shot after shot in the shot after shot in the stretch of in the fourth quarter. He turns into Michael Jordan. So, I don't know if the Knicks have the consistency because Jalen Brunson, as good as he's been playing, he's just had some up and down games, or he just starts off really slow. Like if you're for Jalen Brunson, you got to start off hot. Julius Randle, it's nice that you scoring all these points, that you finally got your groove back, but you also have to make sure everybody's up to par with you.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure everybody's up to par with you. So, and Mitchell Robinson, foul machine. So it's easy to get him get 2 quick fouls on him. It's easy.
For sure.
It's just that team. Well, unless they get a spark from Emmanuel quickly off the bench, that'd be their only chance. But I got Bucks.
Oh man, 2 for 2 on the Bucks there. Moving on down the East, the last game is between the Pacers and Boston. Boston actually struggled a little bit in the in-season tournament. The Magic and Nets all finished 3-1. It came down to point differential, and we saw the Celtics, did the hack of Andre Drummond on the Bulls this past week, just so they can get higher points differential, more possessions on the offensive score. So they ended up winning their group, and they're going against a Pacers team who swept theirs 4-0. Right behind them was the Cleveland Cavaliers at 2-1. I say one thing about this Pacers team: they're on pace. Pun actually, they have one of the best pace offense in the National Basketball Association, and this is not even just for this season. This is like almost all time. So they're playing really high pace. They do give up a lot of points though. Their strategy is, Tyrese Halliburton, elite point guard, obviously best player on the team, averaging 25, 5, and around 11 assists, 12 assists a game. So he's definitely a key player they're gonna have to look out for if you're Boston. I think I'm gonna roll with Boston just because they got the experience. The Pacers, the younger team, obviously, and then you really only have to stop. If you stop Tyrese Halliburton, and everybody else really can't create their own shot off a dribble. Sometimes Benedict Mathurin, the rookie from last year. Everybody else, kind of needs Tyrese to get them the ball. And I think Boston can do that. They have elite perimeter defenders. You got Drew, who is banged up actually at the moment. I know he missed, I think, last one of the games this past week. You still have Derek White. You still got Tatum Brown, who switch on the pick and rolls. And Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis down there. So it's a really good lineup Boston has to guard what the Pacers are doing is pick and roll basketball, try to get the shooters open with Tyrese. So I'm going to go with, I think Boston just matchups better. Honestly, they're the better team in this competition.
I'm not gonna lie. Hot take. Give me the Pacers. Give me the Pacers. Drew Holiday, I was just praising him about his defense, though. Offense has probably little to none outside of, playmaking, but that's about it. Tatum, we've never seen Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown go off at the same time. I've said this for the past 2 years. And it continues to be shown. I've never seen Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum both dominate a game at the same time. Never seen it. Porzingis, he's not shooting that great from three. His presence is known, like defensively and inside in the block. But if you can't knock down that three to space the floor for Tatum and Brown to get going, I don't know. Derek White, I like Derek White. He's grown on me. I'll never forgive him for Game 6 last year, but he's grown on me as a player. He's hard. I like him. Al Horford off the bench. Oh yeah, pause. Thing about the Celtics is they don't have a bench. They don't have that great of a bench. Hauser's he's cool. Everybody keep telling me about Peyton Pritchard. Watch out for him. Are we serious? Peyton Pritchard? Okay, he had that one game where he was like, 7 for 7 from 3 or something like that. He started off crazy from 3. But let's be real here. Is Peyton Pritchard somebody I got a game plan for off the bench? No. And I got a hot take about Tyrese.
That's my boy, so.
He is creeping up on probably being better than Chris Paul in his prime. And it's crazy because Tyrese not even in his prime.
I think he's entering it.
Entering his prime.
Chris Paul in his prime.
Chris Paul in his prime was crazy. But I dead watched Tyrese Halliburton hit like 7 threes in a quarter, get like 30 in a quarter. Yeah. He had like almost 50, and he still had 16 assists on the side. Yeah. Like, yo, that's crazy.
Definitely a better score probably than CP.
Chris
I don't know. I feel that's a little early right now.
That's why I said creeping. He creeping up on prime Chris Paul right now. Creeping up. But he definitely has. And then I was watching the Kings last night too. I was like, yo, I'm watching Davion Mitchell. Oh, they traded the wrong guard. But also, Tyrese wouldn't have had the opportunity with Sacramento. Yeah, sure. So, which dawns upon me, we've had this conversation before. Who are you taking? De'Aaron Fox or Tyrese Halliburton?
You already know my answer. Howie's the boy.
Halliburton?
Howie's the boy.
For me, that's tough, but I like...
Shoots better efficiency right now than Fox. Fox averages more points, but he's leading the number one offense with... Who's his second best scorer is probably Benedict. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, Buddy Hield's not playing that good this year. Struggling a little bit. You got Obi Toppin, Miles Turner.
He's making Obi Toppin look good.
Like, come on, man. Like, he's just making everybody look better around him. Has the number one offense at the moment. He's giving real SGA vibes last year, man. That's what it's really given. That's what it's given. Obviously, SGA is more of a prominent scorer. We had a decent squad last year. Didn't have a big man like we have Chet this year, but it's okay. You know, I think he's on that SGA tear. Like, he's just putting up great numbers, and they're winning some games. Like us, we was winning some games last year. So we'll see how it goes throughout the season.
Indiana,
I said Indiana was my super team in our little group chat a while ago in the offseason. So yeah, I'm rolling with them.
Indiana is definitely. Would you call them a dark horse?
No, not yet.
Not a dark horse?
Nah. They would need like another all-star. Maybe a Zach LaVine.
Well, the way Tyrese is playing, if he can distribute that ball around, I don't know somebody who wouldn't want to play with him. I don't know a single person who wouldn't want to play with him.
I see Zach LaVine there. I'm not going to lie.
I can see DeMar DeRozan playing with somebody like him. You know?
Either or.
Yeah, either or. But I would definitely take Tyrese, too. And De'Aaron, there's not a knock on De'Aaron. But I would definitely take Tyrese, for sure.
Yeah, shout out Fox though. Speaking of Fox, We're gonna move out west now. Wild card games before the semifinals. Like I said, we have the Kings and the Pelicans out west. This is gonna be tougher than it sounds. I mean, not Fox. The Kings are obviously a better overall team at the moment, but can you really say that without Zion? Just had a game where he shot 13 for 13 or 11 for 11. Had 33 points. They just got CJ back. They're thinking about. I think Trey Murphy is about to come back. One of their best 3-point shooters from last year. You got Jonas Valanciunas still. I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one. The Kings. I'm pretty sure they're home in this matchup. That they definitely have an advantage with that, like the beam stuff they got going on in Sacramento. Like you said, Fox is having a good year. They really don't have a. I mean, they have Dyson Daniels and Nikhil Alexander Walker to guard him, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good game. That may be out of the games in the first round. That may be the best one. That may be probably the best one. I think it's a sweeper game too. The more I think about it, I think I'm gonna roll with the Pelicans on the road. I think it's gonna be a hard game, but I seen they got Nikhil Alexander Walker from the Timberwolves last year. I know he played really good defense on Shea in the play-in tournament last year on us. So and he's a long defender. They got Dyson Daniels, who's 6'8", long defender. Again, Trey Murphy. They just got CJ McCollum back. Zion, Brandon Ingram. I didn't even talk about Ingram. So I think the Pelicans set up good for this game. I can see New Orleans sneaking one out, and Sacramento as well.
I agree. I'm going with the Pelicans. A name you forgot, Herb Jones. Herb Jones. I think the Pelicans are the most well-rounded team in the West. As far as you got enough defense, you have enough scoring, you got dominant bigs, you got everything. So, and the main thing with the Kings is De'Aaron Fox needs help. Yeah. De'Aaron Fox needs Kevin Huerter to come out hitting his shots. He needs Sabonis. Once Sabonis is out of a game mentally, he's out. I watched him look. He made Zubac from the Clippers look like Rudy Gobert last night, locking him down. So he needs Sabonis to lock in. He needs Malik Monk. He needs more from Monk off the bench, or not Monk. More from Monk. We need Monk's consistency. Malik Monk needs to stay consistent. And then, but you look at the Pelicans, they just got it. They got it all. Jordan Hawkins, their rookie, he's playing well. If he can stay consistent, Pelicans could be a team to watch in the West. If Zion is healthy, I was going to say, if Zion is healthy, the Pelicans could be a team to watch.
So that's what it comes down to.
They could be a team to watch, man. I got the Pels too, taking one.
Okay, moving on to the last game out west for the wild card round. Be Phoenix versus LA. KD versus Braun. This really comes down to health right here. Beal's out indefinitely, I'm pretty sure. Or I wish it was backs whenever it gets better. You got Booker, KD trying to, even though Booker's in and out the lineup. So honestly, give me the Lakers. I think they beat them already. Because the Lakers swept their in-season bracket as well. Actually, they have the number one seed throughout the whole tournament. They went 4-0 and they had the highest differential at 74. So, I think LA's gonna beat Phoenix. I think they're just the size with AD down there, top of Braun. I know they're missing some perimeter players like Rui and Vanderbilt. But D'Lo just had like 35. I know it was against the Pistons last night, but I mean it's better than what he's been doing. So maybe he's starting to get a groove. Still got Reeves. I just don't think. I know KD and Booker. I mean, dynamic duo, obviously. I just don't think it will be enough to outweigh with what AD can do and Bron and the Lakers. So I think they're rolling with a lot of momentum too in LA. So I think I'm gonna take the Lakers. I know it's tough. I like KD and all, but I just don't think they have the team. I think they would both have to drop like 40 each
Right.
to beat the Lakers in this one.
I got the Suns, man. The injuries to the Lakers is just too much of key defenders, not players, of key defenders. Vando, Cam Reddish just came back, so hopefully he can stay on the floor. They don't have Gabe Vincent, like you said. They don't have Rui. You can't continue to let LeBron play these big minutes because down the stretch is gonna hurt. AD, we need AD to be that guy. He was that guy against the Pistons. Well, D'Lo was that guy against the Pistons, but it all ran through AD. Is D'Lo gonna score 35 again? I don't think so. He's not gonna score 30. So the Lakers and Reeves, I don't know what's up with Reeves, but he got his money and he ain't been playing like his money. So I just think KD, he's been playing the best all-around basketball of his career as these past few years, as far as passing and doing stuff like that, getting everybody involved. So, and Devin Booker, he's gonna be a bucket, but I think the Lakers' injuries is just gonna be worse than Bradley Beal being out for the Suns alone.
That is true.
So it's just gonna be more significant, and it's gonna be on star power. So right now, KD and Bron, do they cancel out? Does KD and Bron
KD's
cancel
better
out?
this season.
KD better than so KD's better than LeBron this season. Does Devin Booker and AD cancel out?
Yeah.
So the edge goes off star power alone. The edge goes to the Suns. So
We'll see.
I got the Suns, man. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that leaves our four teams. I have the Pacers, not Pacers, the Celtics, Bucks, and in the West, the Pelicans and the Lakers. You have the Pacers, Bucks,
Bucks,
and the Pelicans and
Suns.
I'm thinking the final's gonna be. That's tough.
I know my picks.
I think it's gonna be
crazy.
I think it's gonna be Pelicans. Yeah, I think the Pelicans beat the Lakers right now. In the East, could be a preview Eastern Conference Finals matchup, maybe.
Been saying this for years. Been saying this for years.
I'll say the times they matched up, Boston has had Milwaukee's number. In the two games I think they played, I think Boston won both. But I think Milwaukee gets them this time. I just have a feeling. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. Now I got a hot take. I think Pelicans win it all. I think they're playing some of the best basketball right now. As long as they stay healthy, obviously with Zion. He's averaging a little bit over the numbers. And the crazy thing about it is people saying he still doesn't even look 100% to what his max potential is. Because of the weight and stuff, the weight issues.
Yeah.
And he's still doing these numbers. It's crazy to think about what his max could be. But hopefully he taps in that one day. I think the Pelicans could win it all. And honestly, truthfully, if the Pelicans don't, I could also see the winner of that game, the Kings, winning it all. Honestly,
So whoever wins that game,
I feel like they have a high chance of winning it all. Milwaukee, Boston. I mean, obviously, Boston would probably be like the favorite if you had to like bet or whatever. I just don't know. I don't know because like you said, like Brown and Tatum don't don't show up at the same time. So one's off, will the other be on or hot or things of that nature. So they do play great defense. So that gives them a good edge. But I just think the Pelicans have it all. Well-rounded team. Just got CJ back, their point guard. So I think they can put something together in this first ever in-season tournament. Give them $500K and that big old trophy.
Man. So I have the Pacers and the Pelicans in the finals. Pacers and the Pelicans. I think that's going to be real high scoring.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Real high scoring, but I think the Pelicans win it all as well. I think the Pelicans get it. Pelicans, like I said, are the best well-around team as far as everything that you need. Scorers, defenders, bigs, strong bigs at that. Like you got a bench. They are a team. They're my dark horse in the West, at least. They can stay healthy. That's a dark horse for sure. I don't see a team in the West that's probably beating them.
Thunder. Besides the point.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah,
So we both rocking with the Pels.
we both rocking with the Pels, man.
Oh,
Shout
man,
out,
that's gonna be fun.
shout out New Orleans.
The next game, first game starts December 5th.
Fifth.
So I guess only time will tell.
We gonna see how it goes, man. We gonna see how it goes. But let us know what you guys think down below, man. Tell us your predictions. Tell us who your favorite team is. Shoot, tell us why you didn't win. I don't know. Shoot, I know why we didn't win.
Oh yeah, why?
Refs. So, but hey, man, until the next video, we got the reactions coming out. We got banger after banger after banger. But until then, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here. Peace.